I just read a story about a little boy who was 3 years old, and it made me think about my own childhood. According to the story, the little boy was beaten to death. I came very close to my own death several times as a child. But I cannot tell you what it is like to have this fear in the pit of your stomach. It is so deep that it feels like a black hole. Because you're afraid that your parents are going to come in and find you. And be upset with you because of something you forgot to do, or they think you've done something. And when they would come in the room and I knew that Mom was sick or DJ was drunk, I walked around like I was the most fragile thing on this earth, and that if I broke, I would die. And if I died, I killed everybody with me. I learned to be on my guard all the time. I became the person who's stressed out about everything. My doctor calls it social anxiety disorder. It's become a part of who I am now. The memories just flood into my head of what that boy must have been going through. I think about the time that my mother cheated on my stepfather, and had a hangover the next day. She came home that night, found us kids up, grabbed me by the arm and left a bruise. And then she went out again the next night. And she said that she was going to do some laundry. Only she never did. And I got up the next morning and there was no clean clothes.
You did what?
I'm recording. This is where the bruise was. And she came in to the kitchen where the laundry was, the washer and the dryer. Started screaming. She had a electrical cord in her hand. You know, the kind that is an indoor electrical cord. They usually come in white. when she decided to start using it on me. I was trying to tell her that I needed a long sleeve shirt for school. I don't think she ever even heard me because of the pounding that was going on in her head. I ended up having to wear a short sleeve shirt. I put on some pants that didn't match. It was a flowered shirt, striped pants. Mom was the kind of person that she didn't care about fashion. The clothes didn't have any holes in them. They were good enough for us. People I knew. Were always asking me why I wore the ugliest clothes, even when I was at Epworth. I told them that stuff doesn't matter when you're just trying to survive. What matters is that your clothes are solid, no holes, one piece, easy to put on, easy to take off. They serve their purpose. That's what their purpose is, to cover you. People tried to get me to dress according to the way they thought I should dress. That particular day, I put up my arms, and then I thought, I can't do that. So I hid my arms in my belly, and I turned my back to her, and I let her do her worst. And then I ran out of the room. She came behind me, slammed her door very hard, and then screamed because she'd caused herself pain. And I thought for a moment that she was going to come out of the room and hurt me some more. That was the day that DSS came and took me away. And I did everything I could to prevent it. No one knows in that household what I did. Ted, you think I left you in that hellhole? What you don't know is that I was taken. And they got me in the class. I accidentally raised my arm up, and the teacher saw the bruise, and that led to a session in the library at lunchtime in one of the recording booths. Showing Miss Ann, the DSS worker, my backside and my arm. She told me in no uncertain terms, you either take your shirt off or I will take it off for you. We don't want to hurt you. We know you've already been through a lot. We know you've already been hurt, but we have to do this. I was scared and I was angry. You know, I know it doesn't make any sense, but I'm still scared and I'm still angry. Something bad's gonna come from that. The worst is still yet to come in my mind. They told me that they would meet me out in front of the school, get in their car, they'd take me to my house, pick up my things, and then I was leaving. I lived less than a mile from the school, and I thought, if I went out the back door of the school like I did sometimes and ran home, I could catch my mother before they got there and tell them what was happening and they could stop it. I thought Mom could stop it. Only when I got there, Mom was gone. I get to the house and I'm so scared that I can't move. And I even stopped thinking. Or maybe it was too many thoughts at once. I just started going crazy in my head. It was like a blank screen with all these images on it. It was weird, hard to explain. No thought, but millions of thoughts at the same time. And then Mom pulled into the driveway. Unfortunately, just as she did, DSS pulled up. There were 3 black bags on the front yard. Mom said Kathy from down the street had given them to me. Kathy knew I didn't have any toys. She'd given me all of her Barbie dolls. She'd be without toys for a few days, but her mom would go and buy her some more. There was something that somebody just gave me all of their toys. I didn't have time to think about that. My mom had the nerve to ask me if I wanted to live with her. And I shook my head. I couldn't believe it. And she thought I meant no. And she said, then just leave. And she started yelling at me. And they came and grabbed me, and they grabbed the 3 bags. I couldn't believe that she wouldn't fight for me. It was as if she was trying to make me go. I know it had to hurt her. that she couldn't see past her own pain to see her little girl. My childhood ended that day. I'll never be the same.